Hi everybody. So today's video I just wanted to chat about language and when language becomes obsolete. So stepping into our and this is really actually a practice that you can do, is to begin to watch the language that you are speaking. Okay, so besides the English, the Spanish, the this, it's really connecting to the words which are connecting to your story, which in essence is reflecting back at you your belief systems, and therefore reflecting back at you which construct or dimensional reality you are experiencing at this time. So for example's sake, if we are still using the words job, you know, I have to go to my job as an example, and it's you in essence, you are stuck in your 3D reality where the word job is holding you back from stepping into a life force energy field of your lifestyle as an example. So stepping into my lifestyle. For me, my work is my life's purpose work. It is my mission work. It is my soul blueprint work. It is not my job. So that's one really small example, and one of the reasons that this is really important is because it shifts you. It's a really nice exercise to shift you out of your current drama, your current story. All right, so I'm going to give you an example and this is quite a 5D example. So recently I was on a trip to Zanzibar for a client ceremony. After the ceremony was complete, I could feel within my own energetic field that there was an activation coming. I was resisting this activation, okay, because sometimes they are quite intense. And please know that everyone's activations happens differently for all people, okay? So I have my own belief systems around me moving through activation states, and I was avoiding it. Long story short, I lay down and I began to receive. I surrendered into the space and I was like, okay, let's have it, okay? What occurred is a big download of information that came through in a maybe half an hour to 40-minute series of light language coding at a super high speed. And those of you that have watched my videos of me giving transmissions, light language coding transmissions, you will see that my hands move through the transmissions. So now this is basically an experience magnified to the nth degree, where I am, my body, my entire body is moving at the speed of light. All right, my entire body, as in my toes are coding, my ankles are coding, my legs are coding, my knees are coding, everything is coding. The only thing on the bed is my spine and my head, and I'm lying down at this point in time, and I'm going and I'm going and I'm going. So it's and I can feel the energy moving through me, so this electric current moving through me. What occurs in the middle of this is that I'm actually quite tired because my body is moving so fast. So I tell the guides, please step back. I'm asking for a pause moment, and I pause. And I'm by myself in the room moving through this activation. I then go, I have a moment where I go, oh my gosh, that was so intense. All right. And then the ego, which is an ego comment, okay? The ego is waiting for some validation that was intense. Some recognition that yes, that looked intense from somebody, when I'm actually in the room alone, only with myself, my higher self, my team, the guides, the guardians. It's just me. So where did that comment come from? All right. That language and that word intense doesn't even come near to explaining what just occurred through me, with me. Okay, and that was consented by me and my higher self. The word intense, it doesn't even fit into the paradigm of what just occurred. Yet somewhere within my egoic sphere, I mentioned that word in a silent room with nobody else around, waiting for some sort of validation. I then laughed at myself and recognized that this was a drama playing out, that I needed some sort of validation. And I thought, well, you're full of shit. Okay, let's begin it, or let's continue. So we continue, and it sort of beams up again. The point I'm trying to make is that was a very powerful experience for me, particularly around language and dramas, and how it creates a drama for ourselves when we are in an old programmed language construct. Okay, so what I love about this work at this point in time in humanity is that we are the new earth creators. We are the new earth leaders. And those of us activating to our highest potential, our higher potentials, our higher selves, our avatars, our monads, we are creating the future. And with the creation of that future, we bring in new services, new constructs, new titles, new developments, new ways of doing things, new ways to label ourselves. And please know that those of us activating in that way know that those labels are merely limiting. They will always be limiting. But it is still a shift from a 3D label and title to more of a 5D higher dimensional title. So for example's sake, I always laugh at this. For example's sake, my 3D job title, okay, I've used the word job there quite specifically. My 3D job title would be, I am a medicine woman and a shaman, okay? Master teacher, master healer. My 5D embodiment of who I am, my 5D descriptor and embodiment of who I am would be a multidimensional time jumper as one of them, as an example, a multidimensional time jumper. Another one would be, so there's an aspect of my soul that is called a death walker, and basically what that means is I basically walk between timelines, and I'm the bridge between timelines, and this is why I do medicine work. So another 5D title, for example, sex could be, I am a 5th dimensional death doula and time walker. All right. Another one that I really like to use, and I've been bringing in, and this is how we anchor in the new frequencies with this language. So this is why this video is important. It's not just a, hey guys, this is interesting. It's important because through this new language, we are creating and designing a new construct and program of a new frequency. All right. So another one I was going to tell you that I like to use is a soul cartographer. So basically a cartographer is, you guys know what that is someone that is studying maps and joins the dots on maps and puts things together. As a soul cartographer, in my personal embodiment experience, and what I aim to do for you guys is to link the dots between your timelines and your dimensional selves, so therefore mapping your soul within the universal cartography that is the universal map. Do you understand? All right. And again, the reason why this is important is because we are creating the new earth. We are the leaders of the new earth. We are creating it. And those old labels are merely constricting us and limiting us. All right. So if, for example's sake, we take really 3D job titles, like a banker or an HR specialist, how can we change those? How do we begin to change the constructs, adding more light into the labeling of what it is that we do, how we spend our energy? So for example's sake, a human resource manager, is actually a heart-based energetic connector, because the actual function of that human resource practitioner is to connect someone to their purpose through their heart and align them very specifically to an action-orientated energetic expression of what they do daily that benefits them, that benefits the company. And so they are a heart and purpose aligner, as an example. All right, I'm merely giving examples, and why this is important again is because old constructs are changing. And when we inject and we infuse those old constructs with a new level of play, all right, have fun with these names, a new level of play, a new level of light, a new level of love, then what is it that we are creating? What are we injecting into our construct, our reality? How does it begin to change the way we feel? And actually, it's really beautiful because one of my ex-employees, she did a lot of administrative work for me. I couldn't care what she wanted to call herself, but she really needed a title that made her feel better. So how does your title make you feel? So I said, create it for yourself. It matters not to me. I know what functions you are performing. And if that title that you have given yourself, I've not given you a title, if that title makes you feel better and it is in alignment with you and it is not too far gone from the actual energetic physical work you do for me, then go ahead. If it's going to make you do your work better, then go ahead. So let's have fun, let's get creative, let's really watch our language. And also another beautiful thing is recently I had a child that I was participating with in some beautiful play, and his language is exceptionally 5D. So I really ask you to watch yourselves and step it up, ramp it up to 5D language and enjoy, have fun, lots of love.